Hello people, back with another video. Today's video is going to be about part-time pro black, full-time loser LA. As you can see here, he's not having a very good couple of days. 77 dislikes. I don't think I've actually ever seen a video of LA's where he's had more likes than dislikes. It's like he's the most hated person in the sector, pretty much. Now, he did what most people seem to do around here. He fell for some bullshit. Now, Tommy, we all know what Tommy's like, so it's not worth talking too much about him. But I will say this, he's quite smart with the psychology, how he plays people. Now, as we know, Tommy's given Slapper some money, and what you've seen, these guys, they become very subservient, these other guys, because they want to be where Slapper is right now. They also want that money, and they think the best way to attain this is by acting like bitches. I've seen it happen so much lately. Pretty much Tommy does this thing once or twice a year when he feels that he's very disliked and no one cares too much for him. What he'll do is he'll give out some silly speech about, us black men, we need to stick together, we can make money like those white folks, all that bullshit. He doesn't really mean it. It just means, hey, if you guys kiss my ass for long enough, don't point out any of my fuck ups, hey, you might get something out of it. Hey, we as black folks, we need to stick together, we can make money together. He usually just means money for himself. He's not really about building other YouTubers up, because if I remember correctly, every other black YouTuber that tries to do well for themselves, Tommy always manages to find his way around and fuck things up for them. Now, this whole Tommy thing is a bit of a curse, because as you can see, LA, you're not fooling anyone. We know what it was. You thought that you were going to get something out of Tommy because you thought you were different. You thought that you had some special qualities which Tommy looked up to. But the fact is, anyone that's seen you long enough, we all know that you are the one that you look up to Tommy. Tommy looks down on you. Now, I saw Freddy's video, and he said apparently Tommy comes up on your Facebook feeds. If that's the case, that means that you take this whole Tommy thing outside of YouTube into your personal life, which says to me that you're a fucking sad loser. You try and do this whole talk about how you don't talk about him when that's all you fucking do, and he shows up on your Facebook feeds. You need to get a life, LA. Now, judging by the amount of dislikes you have, no one's falling for your bullshit. The old, what was it? Oh, you treat him like everyone else and you are gonna cook it. All that crap that you do. You thought you were gonna get something out of it. You saw this as your big opportunity. I bet you probably even ironed out a suit just so that you could talk to him on Sunday. You had your best clothes ready for Sunday. You were gonna wear it and you were gonna go and talk to him. Probably had on your best cologne as well, didn't you, LA? But that didn't work out well for you because you can't keep your big mouth shut. And the fact is, you say that you call everyone else sensitive, but you're the most sensitive person I've ever come across on this sector. You're so sensitive that no one's actually allowed to talk. You have these little Google Hangouts, and if anyone says anything that doesn't go with what you say, you put them in the nag. You are so sensitive, you've even created your own phrase on what you do when people don't say what you want to hear. The nag. It's pathetic. You are so sad and pathetic that you will tell people, hey, I'm not scared of debating anyone. There's a link, click it. When they click it, you're losing the debate, you kick them out. And then when they talk a bit more, you tell them to come back and you do the exact same thing. You can't debate, you're not smart. Your real talks are shit and you can't debate. You're of no use to anyone. You're sure as hell you're not even of any use to your kids. Let's just be honest with that one. So yeah, LA, you try and act like you're better than anyone else, but you fell for it. You let Tommy schmooze you. You always say Tommy schmoozes everyone else. He schmoozed you. The fact is, you wouldn't have gotten anything out of it. Tommy is good with the psychology, I will give him that. He gives one person one thing, he makes sure that it's publicly displayed, and for every one person he gives something to, you'll have I don't know, hundreds of guys thinking, hey, if I let Tommy speak to me like shit on a regular basis, maybe if I have to wait 6 months to a year, maybe I'll also get that. And it never happens. That's just what you do, that's what you're meant to do. It's just like, for instance, celebrities. You see where they go to the shows, then they get all these free items, clothes, that kind of thing. In the back of your head, you're thinking to yourself, hey, how come they've got more money than anyone else, but then they're getting things for free? Why don't they have to pay for it when they have the money? I'll tell you why. It's about perception. They're celebrities, so they're going to get that. It's just like, for instance, millionaires, real millionaires, where they can sleep with anyone, or even celebrities. They can sleep with all these women whenever they want. They can have women even cheating on their husbands. You know why? Because these women perceive celebrities. They, in the back of their head, their subconscious, there's always going to be something there thinking, hey, if I do this, maybe I will get that. And it usually doesn't happen. So these women that chase after footballers, they're thinking, hey, if I spread my legs open, let this man just take me, maybe, just maybe, I might be their wife one day. And that's how you guys that clamber around Tommy look like. You all think that, hey, maybe one day Tommy's going to give me something. Well, how's it working out for you guys? These promises are, hey, we need to start a show together, we can make money together. It never actually happens, does it? Because you're just like these women that chase after celebrities. You all think you're going to get something by being nice and letting this man disrespect you, talk down on you, and look where it ended up, LA. Now, LA, you've lost the respect of the audience that you had, and that's, most of them were trolls anyway, so you've lost the respect of even trolls, because most normal people don't even respect you anyway, because you're an idiot. Let's be honest, what are you saying that we all need to hear? Nothing. You can't even recite what Tariq Nasheed says properly, and over the past few days, all you've done so far is twerk for Tommy, and then you took it back and decided, hey, I wasn't actually twerking for Tommy, I was twerking for the guy behind Tommy. Tommy was just a distraction. Bullshit, LA, we saw you. We know what you're about. You're just a hypocrite, you're a liar, and you're an idiot. You're just an all-around loser, and I'm glad people can see you for what you are, because I always knew you were a loser. You had some form of entertainment at one time, but I think that was, whatever you had, it's long gone. You're just trying to hold on to something you don't have anymore, and you're trying to hold on to a bit of respect as well, but you really didn't have much of that for yourself in the first place. So yeah, that's the end of that. It was very fun watching you twerk for Tommy, watching you bounce up and down, what was it, spin it in a circle or whatever. It was very fun. I'm sure Tommy had a good time watching you throw your self-respect down the line. And the only reason you're pumping your nuts up again for Tommy and trying to talk bad about him is because Tommy reacted to you. He heard you talking shit about him, and then he spoke his mind. And you say that Tommy roasted you, but the thing is, from what I've heard, Tommy didn't actually tell any lies. The thing is, with your life, LA, you've got such a shit life that anyone that talks about your life, in effect, is roasting you, because your life is a roast. So whose fault is that? Is it Tommy's fault for being honest about you, or is it your fault for being faulty and putting yourself in a position where anyone talking about your life is roasting you because you've got such a shit life? Anyway, that's the end of that, people. Take care. Bye.